7 signs that you will learn to speak English fast. Now, if you learn to speak in English, it will give you access to hundreds of millions of people. And in this decade, over 2 billion of people will be speaking in English. And English is dominating when it comes to trade and international cooperation. So how do you learn to speak English? Not just to learn, but to learn it fast. Assalamu alaikum. My name is walidamaankhan. I'm an entrepreneur and a public speaker. In this channel, I empower people so they can achieve their dreams and goals. Now, when you are learning to speak English, it is really hard for you. You are fighting with the environment. You are giving it time. Bottom line, you are in a state of war. War with the environment, war with your weaknesses, war with your relatives, and so on. You know, I have been through this stage too, and it was really difficult for me. And now I look at the people. There are some people who were trying to learn to speak language, to speak English with me. But I see them that they didn't learn to speak it fluently, or maybe it is taking them a lot of time to learn to speak in English. I realized that there are some reasons, there are some factors, some areas that can determine whether you are going to learn English slow or you are going to learn it fast. So what are these areas? What are these areas that you need to focus on? Now, as I go through these signs, I want you to comment below how many signs do you think, how many areas you think you have, and share with me. So let's jump right in. Sign number 1 is trying to improve your English in one area. Now, as a beginner, if you are learning to speak English, the mistake that most beginners make is that when they are trying to learn English, they think that once they learn to speak English, they can speak like a native speaker. They can speak on anything with anyone about anything at any time. Now, that's not the case most of the time. When you are learning English, you select few or one area that you want to improve your English on. For example, if you are a student, so you need to focus on the area such as your introduction. You're telling about your experiences, telling about your qualifications, telling about your likes, your hobbies, your strengths. So these are the areas that you need to focus on at the beginning. Learn to improve these areas, learn to focus on introducing yourself, focus on telling about your experiences, and telling about your hobbies to other people. And second, when you cover these areas really well, then you can move on to next area. If it's business, then you can learn those business vocabulary. Then you can learn that accent, learn those terms that when you are talking about business, you tell them. That is when you learn that. So number 1, the sign that you will learn English fast if you move area by area. The second sign is when you have good communication skills in your own native language. Whether you speak Urdu, whether you speak Hindi, whether you speak Tamil. If you know the basics of communication, how to communicate to somebody in your own language, the language you speak, your mother tongue, then you will be able to learn to speak English really fast. The problem with most beginners is that they are teenagers, they are young. When you are learning English, you don't know the basics of communication. And what are the basics of communication? Basics of communication include how to say hello to somebody, how to introduce yourself, how to appreciate others, how to ask good questions, and how to close your talk. Now, these are the basics of communication. Now, I see this most of the time. When you are trying to improve English with somebody who is also a beginner in English, you both lack basic communication skills, and plus you are trying to learn to speak English, and when you do that, your brain shuts down. Because one, it does not know how to communicate. Number two, you're trying to communicate in a new language. Instead, focus on your communication skills in your own native language, in your own mother tongue. And when you do that, from there you can, when you understand basic communication, when you are a good communicator in your mother tongue, and after that you focus only on English when you are talking with somebody else. So that's area number 2. If you are a good communicator, you will learn to speak English fast. Now the third sign, it is actually a little bit unique, is when you solve your problems in English. When you solve your problem, you have a problem. Maybe it could be goal setting. Maybe it could be you are taking any decision. Maybe you are faced with some problem and you're trying to solve that problem in English in your mind. For example, let's say you are setting goals for this year and you are thinking and you're setting it in English in your mind. This is how it would look like. Let me set goals for this year. Look, what do I want there? What do I want in this year? Maybe I want to buy this. I want to go to this vacation. I need to start the job. I need to do that. What is this one idea that that can really change my life? This one. Maybe I should go this goal for this year. Like this. When you are thinking, when you are communicating like this with yourself in English in your mind, you really break the barrier that is in your mind. First, you think the barrier I'm talking about, that you think in your native language, in your mother tongue, in here, you think in here, and then you translate it and then you speak. Now when you start thinking in English, the best way is to solve problems, or is to teach, is to make a video. This is also to solve a problem. When you are making a video, you're actually solving problem for somebody else. And when you are doing things just like now, I'm so focused on solving problem for you. I'm not thinking about what grammatical mistakes I'm making or I'm fluent or not. I'm just so focused. This is the problem I want to solve. Now this is a live example of how teaching or solving problems in English can help you to learn English really fast. Number 4. Now this is also unique. Most people are not aware of that. This is like when you have active facial muscles. Now most people, when they are trying to speak in English, their facial muscles are not used to speak in English. They are not used to move in a way which is important if you want to speak English. Your tongue needs to go back and forth and in different directions if you want to say words in English. And when your lip sync is also involved in that. And when your tongue and when your facial muscles are not used to it, then it will take you time. It will stop you. Now listen. Now think this way. You have your thinking here. You have your blockage here, and you have your facial muscles not working, not supporting you. Then guess what? You will learn English. It will take you time. If it is the reason you think that your facial muscles are not working properly, or not like warmed up, or not habitual to speak in English, then what you can do is you can read out loud in English. Just pick a book and start reading and read. Just your voice should come out of your mouth. Doesn't matter if it's not loud. Your voice should come out of your mouth. And from there you actually habitualize your muscles to speak in English. Now I have a little package for you. Watch me when I first started to speak in English.
Have you ever heard of the term financial confidence? In this today's video, I'm gonna tell you an aspect of being wealthy. By the way, this phenomena is presented by Dan the Man Locke.
Now, did you see that? How I was really forcing my muscles to come to make them to be able to say those words out of my mouth in English. I was actually forcing my muscles, and look at now, I'm not forcing much. Still, I'm forcing, but I'm not forcing as much as you saw in that video. Like, in this language, I gotta tell you. So this is the area number 4. If you have active facial muscles, then you will learn to speak English really fast. Number 5. Now this is also one of the important and ignored aspect, and I want you to think about this and answer me. Is if you are inspired by somebody who speaks English, really inspired, then you will learn to speak English really fast. The problem with beginner is that they are not inspired by any English native speaker. It could be an actor, it could be The Rock, it could be Jim Carrey, it could be a successful entrepreneur, or it could be Elon Musk. It could be anyone. It could be anyone. If you are inspired by somebody who speaks in English, it could be an actor, a successful person, a famous personality. Until that day, it will take you time to learn English. And this other problem with most of the people is that they think that English is a burden to them. It could be, but learning a language could be burden for somebody, but you gotta cope with it. You have to fight with this thing. You have to fight with this thing. If you really think that English is holding you back and this is your path, if you are too much dedicated to your path, then you need to fight with this thing. You need to fight with this thing. And it helps you. What helps you? If you're inspired by some English person. If you are inspired, it could be somebody who is late now, who is dead now. Could be that person, Martin Luther King. Could be anybody. If you are inspired by a person who speaks English, chances are you will learn a lot more faster to speak in English. Now number 6. Now this is one of the most important and ignored area. Most people, and it's called self-image. Most people, now I want you to, if you're learning English, I want you to go to the mirror and speak English to yourself. If you could speak English yourself to your, looking at your eyes, it means that you have that self-image. According to the greatest discoveries of psychology, it was found that we humans, we have a picture of us, of ourselves, our strengths in our mind, in here. Now test yourself. Can you think of yourself that you are speaking in English? If you can think of yourself, if you can see it here that you are speaking in English, it means you have that self-image of you speaking English. You will learn fast. If you do not have that picture in here that you are actually speaking and communicating in English, it will be a lot more difficult for you to learn to speak English. So look at here, look it in your mind and see that if you really can speak English or not. If you can see yourself, boom, there you go. You can really, you will learn to speak English fast. And how to enhance this self-image thing? It's simple. Go to the mirror and speak English in front of you. And when you see yourself in the mirror that you speak English, that picture will go into your mind, and when next time you are thinking to communicate in English, it will not stop you, and you will be committed to speaking in English. Now point number 7. Now this point is really, 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 really special. You keep all these 6 points here, and you keep this 1 point in here. This point have more weightage. This point have more weightage, more weight. Now what is this point? Let's talk about it. This point is called the burning desire. Let me get right into it straight. If people make fun of you because of English, if you like somebody and you cannot reach that person because of English, if you see somebody online and you like him, it could be anybody, an actor, a successful person, anything, and you cannot speak it. You do not know how to speak English. If somebody make fun of you, people make fun of you when you speak in English. When you are in a beautiful place, in a society where people speak English and you cannot speak English. when you have this fire, this burning desire, this fire inside you, until that day you will not learn to speak English. You cannot learn to speak English occasionally when you feel like I should, yeah, I will learn English by step, by time. No. Until the day you have this burning desire that you really want to speak in English, you're not going to speak in English. Now, in 2014, I was depressed because I couldn't speak in English. My grammar sucked. And I was really depressed in my life. And after that, I was depressed. And with that depression, I broke my comfort zone. I went to Islamabad, capital city of Pakistan, after a long time. I broke my comfort zone. Somehow nature gave me chance. I went there and I saw these people. And I saw these people driving good cars, having good time, fulfilled life. And I saw them and I looked at my own life. I sucked. I was trapped. I was down. That gave me, that thing, that look, that experience gave me the burning desire. And it was so strong that when I came back home, I sat there with my books. I was a student of BSc class 13. I sat there and I said, I'm going to read and I'm going to educate myself. And then when I started reading, I realized that my grammar is not good. I need to work on grammar. And from that day on, I stopped studying and I started studying grammar. Online, in home, computer, and me, no teacher, nothing. And 6 months, day and night, I watched videos, I visited websites. And that's how I built the foundation of this grammar that I have today. So the 7th area is that burning desire. It's that burning desire that will make you walk over hot coals. If you have this desire, then nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. So these are the 7 areas, 7 signs. If you have them, you will learn to speak English really fast. Now this is my first video of English speaking series, Become Unstoppable by Speaking English, in which this program is designed in a way that I enable you so you can learn to speak English by your own, not with any help, on your own feet, on your own base, on your own foundation. If you like this idea, then subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to turn the notification on. And if you liked this video, hit the like button, comment below. And if you want to know what are the reasons that what are the common things that we do that break our self-confidence, then watch this video right there, and see you until next time. Thanks for watching.